Glass conference room, 37th floor, city lights reflecting off the polished table. The Ice Queen CEO stood at the head, eyes cold as steel, a billion-dollar merger file glowing on her screen. In the corner, a single dad-at guy bent over the projector, wrinkled shirt, red eyes from another sleepless night with his daughter. Suddenly, the CEO caught his eyes drift across her screen. She slammed the laptop shut. "Peek again, and you're fired." The room went silent. The single dad looked up, calm, unafraid. "Ma'am, if I wanted to peek at your secrets, this company would have been gone months ago." Everyone froze. Meet Liam, 35 years old, IT support guy, contract worker, lowest salary in the building. His wife died 3 years ago, car accident. Now he raises his 7-year-old daughter Lily alone. Every day, same routine. Drop Lily at daycare, rush to work, leave early to pick her up. No overtime, no happy hours, just survival. Nobody really noticed him. He fixed printers, reset passwords, patched network errors. The invisible man in the server room. But Liam wasn't always like this. He used to be someone, a lead security engineer at a major tech firm, built systems, protected data, had a reputation. Then everything collapsed. He reported a security flaw. Instead of praise, he got blamed. They made him the scapegoat, said he created the vulnerability himself, fired him, blacklisted him. When his wife died 6 months later, Liam stopped fighting. He just needed any job that paid, any job that let him be there for Lily. So he became the IT guy nobody remembers. Now meet Alexandra Frost, 38, CEO, ice cold, ruthless. Everyone called her the Ice Queen. She fired entire boards, cut deals without mercy, trusted nobody. Expensive suits, sharp words, he always kept distance. But there was a reason. Years ago, her closest business partner sold her data to competitors, nearly destroyed her company. She barely survived. Since then, she lived in fear. Fear of betrayal, fear of leaks, fear of anyone who could peek at her secrets. The company was in merger talks now, billion-dollar deal. Documents were classified. Everyone walked on eggshells. One leaked file meant instant termination. Everyone knew the rule. Liam showed up early every morning, fixed things quietly. Most people didn't even know his name. His daughter called him every night during overtime, her face on his phone screen. "Daddy, did you eat? Don't forget your medicine." His coworkers joked about it. "You're it, not the director. Just keep your head down." Liam smiled, nodded, said nothing. Then came the elevator incident. Liam stepped in carrying a box of cables. Alexandra and 3 executives were already inside. A manager whispered loud enough for everyone to hear. "Careful, he's the one who can see all our passwords." Alexandra's voice cut through the space. Cold, sharp. "People like him don't need to see more than they should. Keep all screens locked." Liam looked one down, said nothing, got off at the next floor. That night, a junior employee told a story over coffee. "You know the back-end security system? The one protecting all our data? Liam rebuilt it by himself, but he took the IT support job because he needed flexible hours for his kid." The person listening paused. "Wait, he built our security?" "Yeah, he's not just some tech guy. He's actually brilliant, but nobody here knows." Liam never told anyone, never corrected them, never defended himself. He just showed up, did his job, went home to Lily, because he learned the hard way. Speaking up gets you destroyed. Staying quiet keeps you alive. But soon, staying quiet wouldn't be an option anymore. Because in 3 days, Alexandra would call an emergency meeting, and Liam would be the only one who could fix the projector. The only one in the room when the screen showed secrets worth billions, and the only one who would hear those 5 words that changed everything. "Peek again and you're fired." 3 days later, emergency meeting, top floor, conference room reserved for executives only, C-level staff, CFO, legal team, M&A advisors, everyone who mattered. The projector died 15 minutes before the presentation. The one presentation that could make or break the merger. Someone called IT. Liam answered. He grabbed his toolkit, took the elevator up, knocked on the glass door. Alexandra barely looked at him. Fix it. Fast. Liam knelt by the projector, checked the HDMI cable, tried different ports. The screen stayed black. Everyone watched the clock. 14 minutes left. 13. 12. Alexandra stood at the head of the table, arms crossed, silent pressure filling the room. Liam swapped cables, reset the connection. Suddenly the screen blinked on. For 3 seconds, the merger term sheet appeared. Confidential figures, acquisition price, clauses that could move markets. Liam's eyes swept across the screen, not reading, just checking if the display was working. Alexandra saw it, saw his eyes, saw him look at her secrets. She slammed the laptop shut. The sound cracked through the room like a gunshot. Peek again and you're fired. Her voice was ice, pure, cold, final. A few executives smirked. One whispered to another, "ET guys, always too curious." Liam's face turned red, but he didn't look away, didn't apologize, didn't panic. He stood up slowly, looked directly at Alexandra, and spoke, calm, steady. "Ma'am, if I wanted to peek at your secrets, this company would have been gone months ago." The room fell silent, dead silent. One VP leaned forward. "What does that mean?" Alexandra stared at Liam, her jaw tight, her mind racing. That sentence, those words, they triggered something deep inside her. Years ago, she had a business partner, her best friend, someone she trusted completely. That person was a developer, had access to everything, sat in every meeting, knew every strategy. One day, Alexandra discovered the truth. Her partner had been selling data to competitors for months. Confidential product plans, client lists, pricing strategies, everything. The betrayal nearly destroyed her. The company almost collapsed. She barely survived. Since then, she trusted no one, especially no one with system access. Now this IT guy, this nobody, just said he could have destroyed the company anytime. Was it a threat, a confession, or something else? Alexandra's voice came out quiet, too quiet. "Everyone out, now." The executives looked at each other, confused, but they left. The door closed, just Alexandra and Liam, alone. She walked toward him, stopped 3 feet away, eyes locked on his. "Explain that sentence, right now." Liam didn't flinch. He pulled out his phone, opened a file, showed her the screen. 3 weeks ago, I detected unusual login attempts. 17 times. Someone trying to access the M&A folder. From outside the office, outside normal hours. Alexandra's eyes widened. "What?" Liam continued. "I blocked them, set up a sandbox, created fake files as bait. Then I tracked who was trying to download the real ones." Her voice cracked slightly. "Why didn't you report this?" Liam looked down, then back up. "Because I've been wrong before. At my last company, I reported a security issue. They said I fabricated it, that I was the threat. They fired me, destroyed my reputation. I lost everything." He paused, breathed. "I didn't want to accuse someone unless I was absolutely certain. I didn't want to ruin someone's life based on suspicion." Alexandra felt something break inside her chest. This man, this invisible IT guy, he understood her fear because he lived it. She steadied her voice. "Who is it?" Liam hesitated. "I think you need to see it yourself." He pulled up a dashboard, real-time access logs, IP addresses, device IDs, timestamps. Alexandra leaned in, read the screen. Her face went pale. The account name appeared clearly. Senior Strategy Director, her closest advisor, her most trusted executive, the person she promoted 2 years ago, the person who sat in every confidential meeting, the person she thought would never betray her. Alexandra's hands trembled. No, she wouldn't. Liam said nothing, just showed her the data. The logs didn't lie. 17 unauthorized access attempts, all from the same account, all targeting merger documents. Alexandra stepped back, her voice barely a whisper. "Why? Why would she do this? Liam closed his phone, looked at her with something that wasn't pity, just understanding. I don't know, but I know what it feels like to be accused, to have your life destroyed over something you didn't do. That's why I waited. I wanted proof, not suspicion. Alexandra looked at him, really looked at him. For the first time, this wasn't just an IT guy. This was someone who had been where she was. Someone who knew what betrayal felt like. Someone who chose to protect instead of destroy. She sat down, exhaled slowly. What do we do now? Liam sat across from her. We set a trap. I create a fake file, tag it with trackers. If she downloads it, we'll have undeniable proof. Alexandra nodded, her voice stronger now. Do it. For the first time in years, she was trusting someone with system access, and it terrified her. Type truth if you want to know who's really peeking at the CEO's secrets. That night, Alexandra and Liam worked alone. Small conference room, dim lights, just the two of them and a laptop screen. Liam built the trap carefully, created a fake merger document, made it look real. Detailed terms, pricing structures, timelines. But every page had invisible trackers, digital fingerprints. The moment someone opened it, downloaded it, or sent it anywhere, they'd know. He uploaded it to the secure folder, labeled it Final Merger Terms Confidential. Then they waited. Alexandra sat across from him, silent, her fingers tapping the table. Nervous energy she couldn't hide. Liam glanced at her. You okay? She laughed, cold, bitter. No, I'm about to find out if my closest friend has been selling me out. He nodded, said nothing, just understood. Hours passed, 10 p.m., 11, midnight. Liam's phone buzzed, Lily's goodnight text. Love you, Daddy, sleep tight. He smiled, typed back quickly. Love you too, sweetheart. Alexandra watched him. How old is she? 7. Does she know what you do? Liam shrugged. She knows I fix computers. That's enough for her. Alexandra looked away. My father was never home. Built an empire. Missed my childhood. I swore I'd never be like him. She paused. But look at me. Working at midnight, trusting no one. Exactly like him. Liam's voice was quiet. You're here because someone hurt you. He was probably just selfish. There's a difference. She looked at him. Really looked. No one had ever said that to her before. Suddenly, Liam's laptop beeped. His eyes snapped to the screen. She's in. Alexander stood up fast, leaned over his shoulder. The dashboard showed real-time activity. Account. Senior Strategy Director. IP address, residential. Device. Personal laptop. Time 12:47 a.m. The fake file was being opened, page by page. Someone was reading it carefully. Then the download icon appeared. Someone was saving it, copying it to an external drive. Alexandra's face went white. No, 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 no. Liam's fingers flew across the keyboard. I'm capturing everything. Screen activity, keystrokes, the whole session. 3 minutes later, the activity stopped. The user logged out. Alexandra sank into her chair, her hands covering her face. It's really her. Liam saved all the evidence, time-stamped, encrypted, undeniable. What do you want to do? He asked. Alexandra's voice was steel. We confront her tomorrow, with legal present. But Liam hesitated. Before we do that, can I tell you something? She looked up. What? He took a breath. At my old company, I found a security flaw, a bad one. I reported it to my manager. Within a week, they accused me of creating it, said I was trying to steal data. His voice shook slightly. They had no proof, just suspicion. But suspicion was enough. They fired me, told every company in the industry I was a risk. I couldn't get hired anywhere. Alexandra listened, silent. When my wife died, I had nothing. No job, no reputation, just a daughter who needed me. I took the first job I could find. This one. Low pay, No respect, but it kept us alive. He looked at her directly. That's why I didn't report the breach immediately. I know what it's like to be accused. To have your whole life destroyed because someone suspected you. Alexandra's voice was barely a whisper. But you were innocent. Yes, and maybe she has a reason too. I'm not saying she's right. I'm saying before we destroy her, we should at least ask why. Wow. Alexandra sat back, closed her eyes. You're too kind for this world. No, I'm just careful, because I know what happens when we're not. The next evening, they set the meeting. Alexandra, legal team, Liam, and the senior strategy director. Her name was Nicole, 42, sharp, confident. Alexandra's right hand for 5 years. She walked in smiling. You needed to see me? Alexandra gestured to a chair. Sit down, Nicole. Nicole sat, her smile fading. Something was wrong. Alexandra slid a folder across the table. 17 unauthorized access attempts, all from your account, all targeting confidential merger files. Nicole's face went pale, then red, then defensive. That's impossible. Someone must have stolen my login. Liam spoke up, calm. The access came from your personal laptop, from your home IP address, at times when you were definitely not in the office. Nicole's eyes snapped to him. Who the hell are you? IT, Liam said simply. Alexandra leaned forward. Last night you downloaded a fake file we created. We have screen captures, keystroke logs, everything. Nicole's hands gripped the armrests. This is a setup. He's manipulating the data. Alexandra's voice was ice. Then explain the video. Liam played it, screen recording, Nicole's desktop, her opening the file, reading it, saving it to a USB drive, timestamp, IP address. Everything matched. Nicole stared at the screen, her face crumbling. Then she exploded. You never trusted me, Alex, never. I gave you 5 years of my life, and you still treated me like I was nothing. Alexandra's voice cracked. I trusted you with everything. No. Nicole stood up, shaking. You trusted no one. You locked everyone out, kept secrets from your own team. I had to protect myself. If this merger fell through, you'd blame me, fire me, just like you fired everyone else. So you sold us out? Alexandra's voice was breaking. To who? Nicole looked away, silent. Alexandra stood up, tears in her eyes. I trusted you, more than anyone. And he was the one you should have feared. She pointed at Liam. Not him. He protected us. You destroyed us. Nicole's lawyer stepped in, started talking about processes, investigations, due diligence. But Alexandra wasn't listening. She walked out of the room. Liam followed. In the hallway, she leaned against the wall, breathing hard. I was right to trust no one. Liam shook his head. No, you were right to trust carefully. There's a difference. And then she looked at him. How do you stay calm after everything that happened to you? He thought about Lily, about her little voice asking, Daddy, why are you shouting? Because anger destroys you faster than it destroys them. And I have a daughter watching me. I want her to see a man who stays calm, even when the world isn't fair. Alexandra wiped her eyes, nodded. Thank you for protecting us, for protecting me. Liam smiled, small, genuine. That's the job. But both of them knew. It was more than a job now. The news spread fast. Nicole was suspended. Legal investigation launched. The company was in shock. The person closest to the CEO, the one everyone thought was untouchable, gone. But something else spread faster. A different story. The IT guy saved us. That quiet single dad, he caught the leak. He's not just IT. He's the one who built our entire security system. People started seeing Liam differently, in hallways, in the cafeteria, in meetings. They nodded, said hello, actually remembered his name. 1 week later, Alexandra called him to her office. Not the conference room, her private office. He knocked, walked in. She was standing by the window, looking out at the city. Sit down, Liam. He sat, She turned around. Her face was different, softer, tired but real. I owe you an apology, she said, for what I said in that meeting. Peek again and you're fired. That was cruel and wrong. Liam shook his head. You were scared. I get it. No, her voice was firm. Fear doesn't excuse cruelty. I've been so afraid of being betrayed again that I became the person I hated, the kind of boss who humiliates people in public. She sat down across from him. You had every reason to snap back at me, to embarrass me, but you stayed calm. Liam thought of Lily, her small voice, her big eyes watching him. I've been yelled at before, worse than that, and every time I got angry back, it made things worse. But the real reason? He pulled out his phone, showed Alexandra a photo, Lily smiling, missing her two front teeth. She asked me questions. Daddy, why are you shouting? Daddy, why are you sad? I don't want her growing up thinking that power means you get to yell at people, even when those people are yelling at you. Alexandra stared at the photo, her eyes welling up. I don't want to be the kind of person she's afraid of, Liam continued, so I stay calm, even when it's hard. Alexandra wiped her eyes quickly. Your daughter is lucky. I'm the lucky one, Liam said softly. Silence filled the room, comfortable, understanding. Then Alexandra straightened up. Business mode, but different, warmer. I want to offer you a position, head of information security. You'll build a team, set protocols, report directly to me. Liam blinked for what? The salary is triple what you're making now. Flexible hours. You can pick up your daughter, be there for her, and you'll have real authority to protect this company the right way. Liam couldn't speak, his throat tight. Why me? He finally asked. Alexandra smiled, small but genuine. Because you had access to everything, every file, every password, every secret, and you chose to protect us instead of destroy us. That's not just skill, that's character. She leaned forward. I've spent years trusting no one, and it almost cost me everything. You showed me that trust isn't about finding perfect people, it's about finding good people. People who do the right thing even when no one's watching. Liam felt something break inside his chest. The weight he'd been carrying for 3 years, the shame, the doubt, the fear that he'd never be anything more than the guy who got blamed. I accept, he said, voice steady. Thank you. Alexandra stood, extended her hand. Thank you for saving us, for saving me. They shook hands, but it felt like more than that. It felt like two people who understood what it meant to be broken and what it took to heal. As Liam walked out, Alexandra called after him. Liam? He turned. Bring Lily by sometime. I'd like to meet her. He smiled, nodded, and left. For the first time in years, Liam felt like himself again. Not the scapegoat, not the invisible it guy, just himself. 6 months passed. Liam had a small office now, nothing fancy, but it was his. He still dressed simply, still helped the IT team when they were shorthanded, but everything was different. He picked up Lily every day at 3. No more rushing, no more panic, just dad and daughter time. She started at a better school, made friends. Her drawings covered his office walls. Alexandra changed too. She stopped snapping at people, started listening more, created a new rule for the entire company. Disagree in private, never humiliate in public. She put it on every conference room wall, a reminder, for herself most of all. The merger went through. Successfully, the company grew, but it grew differently, with more trust, less fear. Then came the moment that showed how much had changed. New employee, young kid, nervous, called to fix a projector in the executive conference room. He fumbled with cables, tried different connections. The screen flickered on. For a brief second, confidential slides appeared. The kid's eyes accidentally swept across the screen. The entire room held its breath, waiting for the CEO to explode. Alexandra looked at the screen, looked at the kid, his face pale with fear. She smiled, gentle, calm. Don't worry, if you were here to steal secrets, you wouldn't be fixing the projector. The kid exhaled, relieved, grateful. Liam stood in the corner, watching. He caught Alexandra's eye. Both of them smiled. That sentence, that mercy, it came from the lesson she learned, the lesson he taught her without trying. After the meeting, they walked to the elevator together. "You've changed," Liam said. Alexandra nodded. "You showed me that strength isn't about making people fear you. It's about staying calm when you have every reason not to." "Lila taught me that," Liam said. "I'm just passing it on." The elevator doors opened. Before stepping in, Alexandra turned to him. "You know what the difference is between you and Nicole?" she asked. Liam shook his head. "She had access to everything and chose to take. You had access to everything and chose to protect. That's not about skills or systems. That's about who you are when no one's watching." Liam smiled. "My daughter is always watching, even when she's not there." Alexandra laughed. Real, warm. "Lily's lucky to have you. I'm lucky to have her." The doors closed. Liam headed home. On time, like always. That night, Lily asked him about his day. "Daddy, did anyone yell at you today?" He smiled, kissed her forehead. "No, sweetheart. Not today. Not anymore." She hugged him tight. "Good, because you're the best daddy in the world." And in that moment, Liam knew. Everything he'd lost, everything he'd survived, it all led here to this moment, this life, this little girl who made him want to be better. The calm reply didn't just change a boardroom, it changed two lives and saved two hearts from their own fear. Some words come from fear, and some replies come from the calm of someone who's been hurt before. Power makes us think that yelling is strength, but real strength is staying calm when you've been disrespected. One single dad's calm reply didn't just save a company from a traitor, it saved a frozen heart from its own fear. Because sometimes the quietest answer is the loudest truth. Comment respect. If you believe that calmness and integrity can change an entire room and an entire person.